I want to show you a typical use case of our professional members who are stuck in scaling their business or their work. I think people completely underestimate how powerful Claude Cowork actually is, and Claude in general. So I just simply went to Claude Cowork and I just asked, I want to scale my work. Show me an interactive visualization, how I'm the bottleneck in the company that's holding it back to grow faster and how I could overcome this. I'm doing the sales call, proposal review, client onboarding, drafting the product design, approving the product design, have the debrief call with the client. That's just random things that I made up, but that's something we see over and over, that entrepreneurs, they want to scale their business, they have a team, and yet they're always the bottleneck in scaling this. So you cannot multiply this, and people are not aware of this. That's what we teach in the Automation Like a Pro course. Once you lay out your business processes, you much better understand the limitations that you have and how to improve things. But I wanted to use Cowork to help me to realize this much easier in a visual representation. And that's why I made this prompt. And it made this, I don't care about this, I want to have the visual representation, and it created for me an HTML dashboard. I just need to open it up in Chrome. And here it is. This is what it built. See, that's on local. It is a HTML file, but it's an interactive file, and it totally got it right. So your client process, every step is you. Tom. It is all the different things that I mentioned. It now tries to understand, because obviously this is lack of context. I never provided how long it takes me to do all these things. How long does it take to draft the product and so on. So it makes some estimations here where it says it's about 2 hours for the sales calls. And obviously, if I would draft a design, this can take weeks and things like that, depending on the business you are in. And it estimates it's 18 hours per client, where in reality, it might be even months for a client, right? So this means this is all me. It's 18 hours. In this example, it would be then 80 hours per client, and there's a limitations. There's just so many hours in the day, so I cannot scale my business to take on even more clients. And this gives you the realization, but it went way beyond, right? Growth impact. So here, where your time actually goes weekly, you perfectly understand now that design work is the thing that takes most time. I'm the expert in this. Well, it's the limitation, but you perfectly can understand now which might be the best way to hire new people, to get rid of the sales calls, to write the proposals and things like that. And I then could just focus on the design work again. I'm not a designer. I'm a productivity coach, right? So this is not the actual work, but it is a typical use case. Then the cascade effect, what clients experience. They come on a Monday. They have to wait. Sales call. They have to wait. Onboarding delayed. All these things are not streamlined because there's always back and forth. There is no holidays for you. All these things happen. So this means it even takes into account the response delays in all these things. So this means we are already at 72 hours instead of the actual work 18 hours, right, of the overall thing. Delegation plan. Now it comes even up with a proposal. What should I do? Create a team. It even creating an SOP, standard operating procedures, plus Loom videos to explain the client onboarding. Then the drafting. You know, if I take over just the approval process and the drafting is something somebody else doing, that saves so much time to actually focus on what matters, which is the design, the product design maybe. Here, draft product design could be a junior designer. Debrief call could be a counter manager. Sales calls. So this is, even if you don't hire these people and it's just you, it visualizes perfectly the different hats that you're wearing. Isn't this amazing that you realize, okay, I'm doing all this, but in fact, it would be all these different functions in a team that should take this over. So once you're ready to take on a team, you know exactly what you would need to hire to fill these gaps and offload your work to those people. I think it's amazing. This is just one prompt, okay? It is literally just this that I randomly wrote down, and it gives me already so much insights and at least ideas on how I can manage the work better. Before and after, your time per client. Here you see then the impact as you just do the review. You save full 4 hours because the onboarding process is completely offloaded. All these things are visually represented, and now we even have a growth simulator. So tasks you delegate out of 6. Boom. The moment I just delegate one task out of 6, I can, instead of 9 clients, I could already take on 12 clients, but if I go all the way up to delegate all the work, I'm all the way up to 100 clients that I could manage. Actually 96 here, okay, that I could manage 96 clients. Imagine this. It would be impossible as a one-person company, if things are going well, to scale this way. But usually people don't know how they can scale their business, and that's the problem. That's not the end solution, obviously. That's what we help with the ICOR methodology inside our membership. Help you to understand what's going on in your business and in your productivity system, so you perfectly understand what you can make more efficient to scale your overall business. But these things with AI give you great impact. And then you see also the revenue growth, okay? So right now it's at 45, and this is just random numbers it made up. Obviously you can feed now into Cowork. You can have a working folder, and in this folder you will have some numbers, you know, the clients that you had over the year and all these things. If you give this context, then imagine what a dashboard you would get, an interactive dashboard. So here I can say the average revenue per client. Let's say I get 12.5 thousand per client. This means in 1 month, I'm currently able to get $112,000 because it's 9 clients that I can have. Now, just offloading one task would already increase it big time, okay? So this means 6 tasks, you see, we are here beyond 1.2 million per month. That would scale then over time. You can perfectly play around here. So obviously, if you do exactly the same prompt, it might look different. But this is the beauty about working with AI nowadays. Instead of handing this off to a developer, you can just tinker around and play with this. And then you say, I want to have different colors. I want to have a different handle. This makes no sense. Well, you didn't provide the right context to AI. That's the reason. So tell me in the comments, are you already using something like this? And as you can see, no need for Claude Code. Claude Cowork can do all this, and it's just a file on your folder. I can here, this is the file, it's opening it up here now, see, in a mobile version. So I can even show it inside Claude here. I don't need to open this up in Chrome. I can also check out the code. I can copy paste the code and save the code if I want to watch it again elsewhere. And I can even open up the folder that it created for me. See, here it has a working folder. This is the file. I can double click and open the file. Here it is. This is it. And now you could go further, because this is what's encouraging you now, right? So now I could say, how can I dynamically connect this to my real business data? Maybe you have Excel sheets, maybe you have Google Sheets, or even full databases. You can hook it up, giving the API, and feed now this dashboard the real numbers about how many clients you have. It can make the estimates and many things out of this, guys. I love building dashboards, and this is the best time ever to make sense of the data that you have right in front of you. I hope this was helpful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so I can catch you up in the next one.